Oh, welcome, friends. Today we are doing another live stream. A rare treat. How are you? I am fantastic and I am doing really well. I'm chewing gum though. I should really stop that. I'm on stream. Hold on, I'm gonna close the door. Excuse me. Where is that bit of paper that goes in the door? There it is. Aha. Not one of them fucking doors that rattles in the wind, and there's nothing worse. I speak to you as someone who has a couple of chronic illnesses, and there is nothing worse than a door that rattles in the wind. Good God. Is there not? So, what's happening? Woof. How is everyone? Oh. Let's chat what the chat's saying, shall we? Be with you in one moment. Quack. Wow. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Margie. Hello, Jura. Hello, Sheba. Hello, Alfonso. Bonjour, Fosco. What are we outraged about today, says the etherealist. Oh, don't worry, I'll find something. 991 subs, nearly 1,000. That's right. Scent of the day, Etro Royal Pavilion. Recommend. Oh, you've taken up the Etro gauntlet. I'm not even sure if that sentence made any sense whatsoever, but there we are. Hello, Margie and everyone. Hello, everyone, says Sheila. Resistance is futile, says Bob. Bob is right. Stod. Scent the of day. Chanel 5 low. It's Memorial Day in the States, so day off work today. Hurrah! Hi, Margie and all friends. I wore a Noir piece yesterday. Glorious. Excuse me. Well, I yawn. Scent of the Day Kanjar by Oman Luxury. Welcome, MJ. How was your horse stir fry? It was pretty horsey. It was all right in the main. Howdy. Howdy, Duncan. How are you? I forgot the Americans were off today. How is everyone? Booblers. I have made a purchase today. I got myself a backup, a sealed bottle of Feeling vintage. Nice. I've got 2 bottles already. But I managed to get this one down. I mean, the ad started, because I've been watching it since it appeared, and the ad started at £300. After a couple of weeks, it went to 280. Another week or two, 260, 240, 230. And when I got to 230, I thought, aha. So I decided to bid £160 for it. And she counter bid 180. And so I said, not bad. If all else fails, I'll be able to get my money back for it, you know? So, happy days. Howdy. Is it a bank holiday in the UK? Also, it is not. We have November the 11th for our sort of Memorial Day, which feels fitting because it's in the depth of fucking, it's like deepest, darkest time of the year. It's always fucking raining and miserable and fucking horrible, but we don't get the day off for it. We have Remembrance Sunday, the Sunday before the 11th, and then on the 11th we have 2 minutes silence at 11:11, or is it 11 o'clock? I think it's at 11 o'clock, and then we'll go about the rest of the day. All the great and the good have to go to the cenotaph and pay their respects. So no, we don't have a day off. But we are getting 2 days off this week for the Queen's Jubilee. So that'll be nice. Thursday and Friday. Jubilant Jubilee. Air baubles. Welcome, Floral Notes. Welcome, Joe. On average, how are you? Shiva Vareen is wearing a barrage from Spirit of Dubai, those expensive ones. Good day, Jonathan. Duncan hit a dead skunk yesterday. Yikes. Car still stinks as well as the coat I wore yesterday. What the hell? It's been a potent skunk. You should just buy a 747 and get a yearly haul. Yeah, the fucking shipment's costing us the best part of 300 quid. Like, fucking pain and suffering. No. Yeah, the best part of 300 quid, yeah. Imagine. I'm getting a big haul soon, like. From deepest Canada. Some fucking rare and vintage things in there. I decided to turn down Marc Jacobs' Bang. Has anyone smelled that? It's not too late for us to get it, but I just meh. John, hello. Hello, Christy. Everyone's just saying hello to each other now. My earphone volume is pretty high. Mic obstructed, Rich? Can anybody else not hear us? That shouldn't be the case. Oh. I need to get in touch with what's his chops. Anoush. He's telling us he's got. Oh, there's Anoush. Welcome. So I don't think I have. Can everybody else hear us? King Bob. Hey, chat. Hello to all the chat. Everyone just saying hello. Bob Bow from Socialize. Excuse me. Pardon me. Welcome, Barry from Centralize. Fosco. Am I weird that I don't skunk smell or that I don't find that skunk smell all that offensive? Granted, it's not actually on me. I don't know. Maybe you are weird. Maybe different people perceive it differently. Fonzo. Hi, Jura. Joe. You don't need Bang unless it's like $20. It's certainly not $20. I think it's one of those fragrances. It wasn't going to be cheap, but it wasn't going to be like hundreds and hundreds of pounds. It's just a massive pepper fragrance. I'm not sure how I feel about like I've got like I get like Piper Negrum or Piper Nigrum by Lorenzo Villaresi if I wanted big spice, you know. Hello, Stephen Tampin. New says hello all. Hope everyone had a great weekend and happy Memorial Day to everyone in the US. GR, everyone. Skunk, lol. Anuj, I just smelled Rogue's new rose fragrance, Arostracto. I think you'd like it. It's funny, today I've been doing things in my room, tidying things up, putting samples in like one place and moving stuff around, getting rid of boxes and everything like that. And I found my Rogue samples, Mousse Illumini, and a couple other things I can't remember now. Still not impressed. Everyone's just saying hello. Hello, everyone. Perfume peeps. Jura, I always feel same. Really don't want to miss it. Saying hello to anyone, though I'm sure it happens. Skunk as in the crap you smoke? Nope. Skunk as in an actual skunk. All the pot smoke wafting through the air here in Portland has desensitized me to skunk odors. Lol. Here, Hera by Papillon is a nice vintage feel, not sweet vanilla Gillen-esque base. Narcissus and Oris, very unique fragrance. Gillen, oh, I love fresh air. Do you want to know something? I got Habit Rouge dress code, a tester of recently, and it smells like a Baldassarini fragrance I bought for about a tenner. I'm not massive on that dress code. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not big on dress code, if I'm honest. Not great. Oh, I love fresh air. Skunk extract was a monthly occurrence with our yellow Labrador back in New Jersey. Tomato juice is the only solution. What's up, Barry? John? All? Jesus. I didn't know that tomato juice was the solution. I wonder why tomato juice works. Fragrance Journey, the goat. Hello, brother. Hope you are doing well. I am. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Hello, everyone in the chat. Oh, I think. What about original Habit Rouge, Rich? You like it? Not hugely. Not hugely. If I'm being perfectly honest. I've got a gold cap vintage from the early 90s, and I'm not massive on it. I've got to be honest. It's not a great fragrance for me. I know loads of people love it. Rachel, I got Hera too. I love it. Yes, old age thing. Age old thing. Tomato juice for skunk. Outrageous. I wonder why. I just came back from the store and there was nothing new to smell that I liked. I feel like I've graduated from the mainstream fumes completely. Yeah, I feel like that a lot of times when I go to the shop. Oh, floral notes. Marchy, nice. Future is going to be a fireman. Outrageous. He starts AMT school in July. Get in. Hiking up in the beacons today. Smells of the forest are incredible. Skunk has huge projection. Future fire. Fire journey. The acidity in the tomato breaks up the oily skunk gland secretion, maybe. Yikes. Jura Fin du Monde is a Serge Luton. Sounds like a Serge Luton. Any others depressed that entire men's Mugler line seems to be retired? That is depressing, but I think they're just redoing it. I'd be very surprised if they got rid of AMN. I'd be very surprised if they got rid of Amen. I've been picking up some old designer releases. It's been fun. What you been getting, Margie Louise? I tried the new bottle of Vetiver EDT in the store. Smelled more vetiver to me. Could be the environment, but that might not be a bad thing. Yellow Hobbit Rouge. Le Fin du Mort is an Eldo. Hello, Professor Melvin. Tomato juice helps with masking the stench more than anything, says Galen. Doesn't get rid of it. Oh. Last time I checked site, I can only see Amen Ultimate. Yikes. That's shite. Old designers are big fun. The best. I agree. That's excellent, Robert. Good luck with your boy who's doing big things. Indeed. My son graduated the Fire Academy last October. Hard academy, but I'm proud of him. Good luck in the future. Oh, Mike is better where you are right now. Excellent. Congrats to your son. Congrats to your son. Scent of yesterday, girl on Vetiver. About to bring Sancho some fragrances. Say hello to Sancho. Congrats to you and your son. This stream is essentially everybody saying hello to each other and congratulations to each other. Well done, everyone. I love Rogue, says Rachel. Manny Cross's fragrances were my gateway introduction to oak moss, which I love. I can bathe in vintage quorum, lol. I haven't worn vintage quorum for a while. I haven't worn any quorum for a while. Aldo Le Fin du Mont is nearly 10 years old now. It's a Quentin Biche. Popcorn, gunpowder, vetiver, cumin. Love it. That sounds weird. Old designers from YSL, yes. Givenchy, Cabochard, and Lancôme. A bunch of all the stuff at decent prices too. I found some gems. Surely you have the live Britain's Got Talent semi-final show on in the background. Surely not. Fosco says, Rich, what are some good Italian patchoulis? Patchouli by Profumum Roma. Viorese's patchouli. Pavarotti. I remember trying and liking Nobile 1942. It's not a Senza Nobile, it's Nobile 1942, but I can't remember what it smells like. I just remember liking it. Does that make sense? I've got more. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. What else is a good Italian patchouli? Said Pavarotti, didn't I? I gotta think of some more. I'll try and tell you. My dog would get sprayed in the mouth. Quite gnarly. Gross. Speaking of forest fire, testing a recent get. Bognor Deep Forest. How's that? Supposed to represent watching the end of the world while eating popcorn. Nice, Margie. Hello, Paroli. Buttered popcorn are plain. I have my sample of Patchouli Nobile on now. It's nice. I found some Nobile. I thought I found it today, but I found a couple of different samples instead. I found the Lom, and I found another one, which I can't remember. Bringing Sancho some Guerlain Lomadial Intense, the black one. Nice. Is the Intense or it's the Extreme, isn't it? So, Rich, how many fragrances do you estimate you're on? It's about 370. Hi, Chris, not including backups. It's closer to 500 with backups. Looking for anything similar in the same realm as Robert Piguet Bandy. Have a small partial that's probably going to be gone soon. I don't think I can help you with Bandy because I've been looking for it, but I can't find it. Been fighting with myself all day so that I don't buy the new Marc-Antoine Barrois before trying it. Almost lost a couple of times. Fight the good fight, Paroli. Looking for anything similar in the same realm. Oh, I've read that, sorry. Alpacas. Eugene. The thumbnail today is courtesy of Eugene. I was going to use the picture of him with the alpaca, but I decided against it, and I shouldn't have. Floral notes, is that a dark green perfume? Welcome, Eugene. Does anyone think Noir de Noir a patchouli? Yeah, it's definitely a big patchouli, like. It's got that chocolatey sort of thing with rose. I went to Perfumology yesterday and sampled their Accords line. John Beeble's Labdanum is fantastic, also like their new Mask Milanos. Rich, you may like Ambra Aurea by Profumum Roma. I've got a sample of it right next to me bed. Been trying it. It's a massive labdanum. Not sure about honey ambergris. I get a massive labdanum from it. The night or skunk? Floral notes, Eugene. Jura, Eugene. There's an alpaca farm where I go hiking. Vicious brutes. They do spit like. The alpaca's not Eugene. Eugene's a vicious brute, surely. Butterscotch popcorn. Not on me. There's a little bit in the beginning. I think it's more floral on me with soft leather. My goodness me, I'm tired. Not that tired, to be fair. I've been more tired. Rich, what do you think of Nikolai New York Intense and why are you wrong? I've got some on my hand. It's very pleasant and I'm wrong because it's not. It's absolute shit, to be fair. Just smells like powdery lavender. Not much else going on. Chris Schmidt says, I just got fucking fabulous and have to say it's my favourite Tom Ford, even more than Oud Wood and Tuscan Leather. I'm not a huge fan of fucking fabulous, like, I must admit. It smells like rubber. Alpacas and raisins. Oops, you did it again. I'll check out Bandy. I think I heard of something similar. Thanks, Paroli. Oops. Well, sweet, expensive rubber. It's not great, like. It's not great at all. I'm not a big fan of it, like, I have to admit. It just smells a bit weird. But the like, loads of Tom Fords are discontinued these days. Not only are they discontinued, they're never coming back. They're being reformulated, the ones that aren't, you know? It's a little bit shocking. But there we are. Try it before you buy it, says Paroli. Always try before you buy. This coming Wednesday, I am receiving a china cabinet. That will be nice, won't it? That might have to be where I store my perfumes soon. I don't know. I don't know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I'm just going to look on a website about fragrances and see if I can find a bottle of Noir de Noir. How are we spelling Noir de Noir? Save £13. Wow. I wonder what's wrong with it. I don't know if I want to spend 400 quid on Noir de Noir. Rich, which Tom Fords do you like? I struggle to find bottles I love. Maybe I need to look for vintage. I don't know. The smells are pretty similar with Tom Fords. It's just the performance seems to go absolutely, absolutely love tobacco oud. It's one of my favorite fragrances. Full stop. Grey Vetiver, Noir Extreme, Noir Anthracite, Tuscan Leather, Eau de Joie Vert d'Anson. I've got quite a few Tom Fords actually. Tom Ford for Men. That's really good. Labdanum is like honey to me. Almost like Chinese medicine. You've had enough Chinese medicine, haven't you? Rick, tell us more about the Lily Alban. Who is Rick? Oh, Rich. There's a video. Have you go to my community tab? Did you watch it, Margie? There's a video there with a password to watch it. Excuse me. You big yawn. So yeah, there's a video there if you want to watch it. 991, just buy 10 more subs. Certainly not. I will not buy a single sub. I am too tight. Floral forgets to change thumbnails on burner accounts. Prof Melvin, you're close to 1,000. How are you celebrating? I don't think I am. Maybe I'll do a live stream. Damn, I should have bought Noir de Noir 6 years ago. Thoughts on Real Madrid winning the Champions League? I'm glad it wasn't Liverpool. Margie, large perfume houses haven't been using Lilial for a while. Apparently knowing it will be gone. Someone who worked for a blending house said they were told not to use it around 10 years ago. I don't know, like Jura, they had to get rid of some stuff off the shelves, like they couldn't sell Koros. Monsieur by Frederick Mall. South Carolina, it was a good time. Touristy location. Beach was so nice. Got beaten by the waves. Charleston was lovely. Smaller niche and indie perfumes most likely to contain it. Shh. Noir Extreme is a wonderful scent. How do you feel about Black Orchid? It's alright, but I've never been tempted to get a bottle. What I've done. Oh, good to hear, Jura. My sample of Sacred Scarab should arrive this week. Very hype. Yes, I bought a sample of that this morning. I own Tom Ford Tuscan leather. Perhaps I've just had some misses with samples lately. I love Tuscan leather. Tuscan leather's brilliant, man. I got one also, Pirelli, can't wait. No, but I need to watch it. I guess I missed that. Thanks. John. Has anyone tried any fragrances under Chris Collins, and how did you like them? Never heard of them. Noir to Noir is a lot of patchouli for me, says Jerry. Yeah, it is for me as well. Got my nose on Vert Ensemble recently, says John. Stupendous. It is fantastic, like. Rachel is excited for Sacred Scarab. Chivalry, I wasn't impressed with any. I think they anticipated a restriction, not a complete ban, so avoided it at all costs, but if it was used, in small amounts. Professor Melvin says, you drink, Rich. Pop some bubbly with the streaming bubbles. I don't drink, no. But it's not like a hard and fast, like, it's not hard and fast rule, though, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't drink, it's just that I never drink. You know what I mean? It's not that I won't, and it's not that I don't. I just never happens. Not really my thing, alcohol. Hate the idea of not just being able to get in the car at a moment's notice. You know what I mean? Say I need to go somewhere or I want to go somewhere. So I just don't. You can get ombre leather for a fraction of the price of Tuscan, and I find it just as good. I'll tell you something, there are some pretty good clones of Tuscan leather out there, you know. Godolphin. I fucking hate Parfums de Mali because they're a clone house, but and then there's one Richie G's got, and I can't remember what it's called. It's the Layuka Wham. It's Layuka Wham. Richie G bought that and he was like, fucking hell, that's just as good, if not better. Just as good, if not better, than the original. And it was hard to argue it was really good, to be fair. It's because they've watered down Tuscan leather. Oh, that's why. It used to be much more ashy. You know, when it first came out, it smelled like a fucking ashtray. Ah. Anyone tried Marc Antoine Barrois and Salade, rhubarb and leather? Richie J will be all over that. It's got rhubarb in it. Chris Collins, haven't tried them but seen them about on something that I'm considering buying a sample set. But even buying samples is today becoming a choosy affair. It's becoming a bloody expensive affair. Tuscan is much sweeter than ombre, isn't it? I don't think so. It's got that raspberry at the top, but I don't know that it's necessarily like sweeter overall as well. I think Godolphin and Layuka Wham are very close. Hawas? What about Hawas? They all seem to be very well liked, and I think most are composed by Natalie Feisthauser. They just weren't my taste. Did you? Some of the reviews scare me. Sure, I know, but I'm very interested. Love that combo. Rhubarb underused, in my opinion. Richie J absolutely loves a rhubarb note. It's outrageous. He's got about 3 fragrances with rhubarb in. I was thinking of getting him Rhubarb Ecolat by Hermes, but it doesn't last very long. That's the only problem with it. But it is magnificent though. Jura is all over Facebook, that fragrance. More raspberry and Tuscan than ombre. I tried to yesterday, Juras, but I didn't have a tester yet. Natalie Feisthauser was like the female Alberto Morelos. Prolific. She makes shite, does she? Live jazz equals rhubarb. Ooh, let us think. I prefer the Parfum one. The what's it called? Is it live jazz? There's 3 jazzes. I've got them. There's one that I prefer. I don't like the original one very much. I want to sell me original jazz. I think it's okay, very strong. It's different than the other ones in the range. I will give it a few wears and see. The best rhubarb fragrance ever, in my opinion, is the Zoo's Rhubarb My Love. Number 2 is Hermes's Rhubarb Eclat, Rhubarb Frag by Nigel, I think. I love rhubarb. Good comparison to Marias, although I think she's gone independent recently. Patchouli Nobile is lovely. It's a gross. Sandalo, lovely too. I have got the Sandalo from Villaresian. That's fantastic. L'Homme Lacoste Intense has a rhubarb accord. Rudy might buy your jazz rich, but I wouldn't be able to send it to him. Sancho gave me some Celine samples. Ormond Jens is Gian is a rhubarb. Hermes have one and now Ensalada, a great and underused note. The Zoo one as well. Sancho gave me some Celine samples. Nice. I'm realizing that I have taste for darker scents and Middle East scents, says Shiva. The French side of things isn't where it's at for me. Too polite, society orientated. Barry from Centralize has done a lot of videos on Middle Eastern fragrances. Does anybody subscribe to perfumery magazines here in the States? I don't know. Live Jazz has a small Fahrenheit vibe. Tell you what, it's got a Fahrenheit vibe. Impression Cedarwood Heart by Ostens. That's got a massive Fahrenheit vibe. Huge. It's massive. Yes, the price of having samples can equate to buying 2 to 3 bottles over a year. Yeah. Lagoiste, I really like this. Patchouli Nobile. Is the Sandalo by the same house? Well, Nobile is the house. So that's Sandalo. A little bit of it's Sandalo from Nobile. It should be the same house. Mark Jacobs Band. Greggy Boy did a review of it. Rhubarb, Rosa Cabana. Afternoon Maker, how are you? You can buy real oud in shops in the Middle East. They come in different grades and prices. Some are eye-wateringly expensive. Amouage Petrail Man smells a bit like Fahrenheit too. Anyone know of a perfume with a pandan note? Never even heard of pandan. Rhubarb and oud. Ultima 2 sheer scent, closest to Fahrenheit I've tried, but lighter. By real oud, I mean the wood. It is the Venustas first release is Big Rhubarb. I was going to try them until they told us that they'd just fucking reformulated all of them, and then I was like, well, what the fuck's the point? FC June, Professor Nova, interesting. Yes, Sandalo Nobile. Ikebane, Rose Ikebane has huge rhubarbers. Doesn't Rodrigo Flores Rue use rhubarb in the Vivatos line? Despite popular opinion, I love that house. I don't like, I've never understood why people like their Vivatos, I've got to be honest. What's Panda? I don't know what Panda is. I wouldn't mind finding out. If you get Dura Rose on the curse. Hello, Rhubarb. Hello, Drawn by Sense. I wonder if Monsieur Frederick Curdejean at Dior will have anything rhubarb. A rhubarb monster privé before long with a custard accord. Yikes. I've just thought there Galen looks like a stick of rhubarb, doesn't he? Like, short, thin, with like his hair's like the big leaf at the top. Rhubarb gets some huge leaves. This saline reptile smells like rich people's soap. It's very nice. A tad sweet, fougere-like. I heard you blow a bubble. The bubbles all over the stream. The new bottles are just as good, Rich. Don't let the R word scare you. I do let the R word scare us, mate. One of my most feared fears. Pandan. Grassy vanilla with a hint of coconut. Interesting. Like a grass plant. We use it like vanilla in cooking. Fosco says Iris Nazarena. That sounds nice. It's incredible. You need to try that one. I might try that one. Love custard pie and the song. Pandan as a plant. Smells reminds me a bit of gorse. It's a tropical plant that's used in Southeast Asian cuisine. Smells like a minty and floral. It's beautiful. Pat Lester, hello. Hello, Rich. What's the scent of the day? My scent of the day is paprika Brazil. What's your scent of the day? Everybody tell us what your scent of the day is. Pat Lester, tell us what your scent of the day is, bro. Oh. My gosh. I needed that drink there. That was dry. Pradeep, welcome. Pandan ice cream is nice. It's got a good name. Pandan. I am going to the bathroom. Do not leave, please. I'll be back. Oh, I'm tired. Oh dear. I appear to have scratched my nose and caused it to bleed. Yikes. It's not ideal, is it? Let's have a look at the comments, shall we? Oh. Oh shit. Now he spilled the water. Okay, so let's get back to the comments. Think Ferragamo Pour Homme has rhubarb. Did you spray it too low? Paprika, Brazil nuts. Scent of the day, imitation Man Amouage. No, it's not. It's New York Intense, you know it is. And it's crap. It sounds beautiful, says Margie. Scent of the day is Polo Supreme Leather. I used to have Supreme Oud and then I gave it to Richie G. I wasn't huge on Supreme Oud. Scent of the day, Ma Liberté Patou. Fantastic, nice. I had a violet gelato a few days ago and it was so heavenly, my good. I will dream of it. Bay rum. What a combo. Rose and rhubarb. Winner. Maybe Vivatos is nostalgia for me. First pickups when I first decided to start collecting. Sounds amazing, Lily. Lemon. Scent of the day en passant. I love Vivatos, just wish they lasted longer. Not huge on Vivatos, to be honest. When are you starting streaming? Jonathan, I have advised Jonathan wholeheartedly that he should unbox all his latest fucking fragrances live for the internet. Sent the date to Hermes EDT. Nice. Never heard of Gorse. We'll look it up. It's outrageous, Gorse. Well, Prada Amber Pour Homme today, says Micah. I could have worn that today. It's cold enough. That's not rhubarb, Monsieur Rose, but I take your point. Thank you, friends, for all these great rhubarb fragrance racks. Can't wait to go sample. It was so good, Margie, trying to think if I can replicate it. And Vivatos equals Pirates of the Caribbean bikers. Good stuff, I'm sure. Paroli says, scent of the day, Montana Parfum Dome. A to Z just discussing that with Rich today, lol. At least a video to start maybe soon. Should do. Oh yeah, Jonathan. Let us know, Rachel. For some reason I have struggled with rhubarb, but I haven't given up. There's a Dunhill that's got a rhubarb in it. Richie G fucking loves it. Bobby, objection, hearsay. No, you can't do that. Meme is dead. Waiting for a result now. Is there a rhubarb emoji? Don't think so. Paroli love that scent. Montana for women, great too. Oud prices are so broad. Fragrances that state that their oud within gives me a pause. I have 2 Atars from Mensar and they are incredibly expensive, yet they are the oud. Will do, Margie. Agreed, it's super hit on miss. Good. Bobby O, go have a mega pint. Drawn by senses, my father used to say. Lemon. Your nose wouldn't bleed so much if you kept your finger out of it. That's true. I can't argue with the facts. Margie Louise, if you can find a Le Macron's French pastries by you, it's where I had the gelato. Le Macaron French pastries. Jura rhubarb. Jura feeling 100% now, I hope. Lily, are you in the States? Lamau just watched a guy drop his Harley. Whoops. Bobby, thank you. I am working well. Pradeep, stop messing with my head. I'm sensitive. You got the bottle today. Spray didn't work, so I tried to open the collar with pliers. Whole top of the bottle came with it. Was able to save some in a decant. Good lord. Enrique Vasquez, did you get the Cartier Oud? Yes, but then I took it back instantly. I found it hundreds of pounds cheaper somewhere else, and the lasting power was outrageous. 315 quid for 75 ml. You've got no chance, mate. I wore Back to Black by Killian today just to test it out because I got a small sample the other day. I found a few of my old Killian samples earlier. Scent of the day is Diorella. Was tanning and reading outdoors earlier. Oh, nice. Just sprayed the Harmonist Metal Flower. Feels like I licked a battery with a spritz of perfume on it. Very weird. I don't hate it, though. Very weird, but I don't hate it, though. That is going on my tombstone. Scent of the day, Eau de Mademoiselle by Givenchy. Easy Rosy. Easy Rosy, musky little number. Demarche. 2010. Paroli, oh no. Glad you could save some. Poor Paroli. Plum Japonais, Tom Ford is a keeper. Black Orchid. Wasn't sure at first, but I love it now. Poor Demarche. Plum Japonais is lovely. Yeah, Richie G likes that one. He likes the Jasmine Rouge as well. Are Killian any good? Not for me. Don't like batteries, says Bob. Music for a while. Scent of the day. I was going to wear that today, actually. It did cross my mind, but I went with Paprika Brazil instead because it was fucking pissing it down. I don't know if we're going to get a summer this year. It might be like that. You ever heard of the year without summer? It was because it was when Krakatoa went off or something. The next year that there wasn't a summer to speak of. It wasn't hot. It was just cold all year, and they reckon that was because of because the volcano went off and loads of the ash and the soot blocked out the sun. It reflected loads of the sun's rays. Loads of crops failed all over the world. If that happened now, we'd be in serious trouble because there's like fucking 50 times more people or something silly like that, isn't there? Scent of the day, Luna Rossa Carbon. Don't hate me. George the Fragrance Apprentice recommended early in my journey. Oh, Stephen, what you like? Is Killian Sacred Wood good? Heard Peter say it's a good sandalwood. Yes, but apparently he put loads of his own sandalwood in it. He put loads of natural sandalwood in it. So, yo, hello, Ryan. Scent of the day, Dune Pour On. Yes. I'm looking forward to wearing that. I'm going to rotate my fragrances tomorrow, maybe, or the day after. Bring the ones from the back to the front. Push the ones from the front to the back. I'm sure Richie G likes a plum Japanese. I'm sure he does as well. Put something on Jura, please. Hey, Rich and chat. Hello, Taffy. Oh, yeah. Are we talking about rhubarb? We certainly are. Where? Well, we could be again, to be fair. Fun one. Boy smells violet ends. That sounds vaguely filthy. Taffy, Ryan, Laffy Taffy, Taffy. It's cool. It's a cool 90 Fahrenheit in Pennsylvania today. I don't know what that means. What is it in real money? Taffy, hi. Thanks for the rec. Love rhubarb. Drawn by Sense. Yes, UK weather wasn't so summery today. We'll have to dig out something appropriate tomorrow. Don't know what yet. Do you know what the weather forecast is, drawn by Sense? I don't know why I'm asking. It's going to be shit, but you know what I mean? Do you know what level of shit it's going to be? I mean, it's obviously going to be awful, because it always is. 32 Celsius. Good Lord. Good Lord. Anything above 23, 24, 25, we'll say. Anything above 25 is too much for me. Like, I'm dying at that heat. You see, there's like places in Pakistan where it gets over 50 Celsius regularly. One of the driest places in the world. Fucking, you can keep that, mate. Knee bother. I mean, we're Aqua Viva by Perfumum Roma. Pissing it down here today. Yeah, it's been pissing it down here today as well. Shit. Sure is, Ryan D. Just came back from a stroll, says Fosco. Hello, Fosco. You have returned. And it gets humid. Friends. Best summer citrus Rex. Oh, God. There's loads of them. Nearly summer in Ireland, hitting 2.3 degrees Celsius here soon. Nice T note in it. So, dude, how you doing? Thoughts on Acros Ink? Like it, really like it. Smoky vetiver. Dark. I really like it. Which is your favourite from them? Could be dark. Could be awake. One of those. Or ink. I really like ink. Rich, I still haven't watched your rotation video from yesterday yet. That is a shame. I noticed you hadn't left your choices in. I had noticed that. I look forward to that comment. Sure, what happened to Dimache? I'm out the loop. He's just crap. That's what happened. What rugby club did you play for, Rich? Played for Tyndale. Heard you say it in your last stream. Marty, that is the question. I play ruggers for Stockton. I've played Stockton before and thoroughly beat them. I used to live in Stockton. Near Stockton. Eagles Cliff. And play a lot of teams in Newcastle and Gateshead too. What a crime. Bought Pacific Lime by Ateliers today, along with a couple of bottles of Eau de Hermes, which took forever to find. Eau de Hermes? Ah, yes. Strange. I've got a bottle of Heris on the way. Got a vintage. Anoush came through with a vintage. It's a tester. Did you fin in Saladay Ungodly Sweet as well as some people report? To Dimache or not to Dimache? Over 50 Celsius is surreal and trippy. You can sense it's dangerous. I imagine you can. The human body can't evaporate sweat. Like it can't regulate its own temperature when it gets above like 54.6 or something silly like that. It's around that sort of temperature. 54, 55, 56. And then you literally start to fucking like boil inside. Your brain starts to cook. Yes, we were wearing coats in our office today down South UK. They were too stingy to put the heating on for us. It's fucking too expensive, isn't it? You know what I mean? Oh, scandalous that though. It's one of the things that you should be like guaranteed at work is that they'll like you won't be uncomfortable, like unnecessarily uncomfortable. 69 Fahrenheit in Oakland, giggity. Baroli, in all honesty, sweet never came to mind. The leather is IBQ. Heavy IBQ is awful. Jura's like, oh, you can't make a leather note without it. And I'm sure you can, because that leather that's around in everything at the minute, the IBQ, didn't used to be around all the time. Now it is. Excuse me. Oh. got a grapefruit effect in the beginning. That is to my nose. Great club turned out. It was, yeah. It still is, I suppose. And Fat Electrician from Elder. Such a great name. Ah, that's the perfect temperature, famous YouTuber. Famous Duncan. 69. Rachel. I like Eau de Lancôme. I like Eau de Lancôme as well. It's really nice. It's got a fucking absolutely massive, like, oak moss in the base. I actually like that. I do like Eau de Lancôme a lot. I agree with Ryan. Can't abide the heat. Yeah, I fucking hate the heat. It's awful. Not that I get much up here, but when it does start creeping up, it's like, oh, what you doing? Get back down. Stay down. Demaché just does reformulations and takes credit. Scandalous that when they're reformulating old perfumes and saying that he was the one who created it. Testers are besters, I believe in the myth. I used to think that. They made the testers better than they made the perfumes that they sold. I just imagine it would cost a lot more money than it would save. You know, I can't see them doing it. Just hard-nosed tightness. That's why they won't do it. Love me a tester. Don't really care for fancy boxes and packaging. Yeah, I love a tester. If I get the perfume like 30-40% cheaper because it's a tester, I'm fucking laughing. Richard Mitchell. Hillary. Hello. How are you? Are you enjoying your day off? Sure thing. I bought it by mistake and it was a very pleasant surprise. Hi, Hills. Paroli, I think they come in 30 mils. 30 mils come to 170 Canadian with taxes and that's with free shipping. Good Lord. That is a lot for 30 mils of anyone's money. Are you a fan of Cartier's Roadster? I fucking love Roadster. Roadster's one of my, it's one of those fragrances that, as you get further and further, along the journey, you know, and you get, into vintage or niche or high-end designer privés and stuff like that, you sort of cast off a lot of the old fragrances that you used to love, but not Roadster. Not for me. I think I will always love Roadster. It's remarkable. I think it's fantastic. It's one of the best designer fragrances. Cartier's a designer house, isn't it? They don't just make perfumes, so they're a designer. If they're not, I don't know. I think Cartier is a designer. I'm going to call them a designer. And it's the designer line anyway, you know. It's one of the best. It is genuinely one of the best designer fragrances of the last 20 years, in my opinion. One of my favorites anyway. Screw it. If it's not the best, you don't have to agree. Because it's not your money. But I really like it. I love it. It's right up there. Oh. Lila. An intense lemon zest is Mary Greenwell's lemon, obviously. Hard to find, though. Hey, Hilsey. Going abroad on holidays the week after next. First such trip in over 2 years. Should be nice and toasty. Far East. Good Lord. Ow. I just dropped something on my face. It's not ideal. What have I done? Where are we? Paroli, dear Lord. I hate the long days also that summer brings. I used to. I'm not as so bad now because I only realised in the last couple of years, and this might be because of the plague that shall not be named, but I've really struggled the last couple of winters. When I used to love the dark nights. I used to love it. I used to feel like I could creep about and be I thought it was like Jack the Ripper sort of weather. I could lurk and no one could find us. But I must admit, I'm enjoying the light nights. When you've had the light nights for a long time, though, give us By the time it gets to August, I'll be like, oh, I'm ready for the dark nights. Plus, we've got the World Cup to look forward to this winter, so I must admit I'm sort of looking forward to that. Like, and really, I'm curious about that one too. Drawn by Sense, Dry Those Lemons. Did Demaché actually say that, or just on fair granting? Of course, that site has a lot of BS. No, Dior put out press releases. This is a new fragrance. Literally the word with emphasis on the word new. You know, when they put like certain words in the middle of a sentence with like capital letters. Bois d'Argent 2018. This is a new fragrance made by Francois Demaché. Well, it's not though, is it? Smells similar-ish to the original Bois d'Argent, which was made by Annick Minardo, and it was made in 2004. Bollocks. It was in a Dior press release. Scandalous bastards. Hi, welcome, Yara. How are you? Dougie. Quack. Jura, thank you. Lol, no day off here. I'm always working. Well, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, you get to polish the dogs, get to squeeze their butts, get to stroke them on the head, see their happy faces. Has anyone heard of the news of Francis K's famous Dior trio coming back as a sure thing? It is a sure thing, like, yeah. It's definitely happening. They're coming into Dior boutiques in July in the 40 ml sizes, and then they are coming back in full time in September, apparently. The testers I know. That's right. Yep, in July, right? Really? Love Margie. I don't know what to do with my bottle of Roadster. Why not? What's wrong with it, Paroli? Everything all right, man? Rachel, the MG lemon becomes a bitter orange with cedar, with the lemon running throughout. Well, if you ever visit the States, Mitch, stay away from the Sunbelt states during late spring to early fall. You'll die. Yes, I will pass out. You're right. For I am extremely weak. I'm extremely pale. But I'm not extremely pale, but I am like, I don't get sunburned. Like, I try to avoid that shit at all costs. You know, I don't want to get sunburned at all. See, you can't make a leather note without IBQ. Yes, I know, but it's just cheap and ubiquitous, but it's crap. It's just crap, though. Stop using it. Do something else. Yeah, Cartier does jewelry and watches and such. Yeah, that's right. They do watches. That's what I knew Cartier for. Not before perfume. But that's like the thing I know them for as well. They do glassware as well, don't they? Or that's the leak. I'm sure Cartier does glassware as well. Thank you, Taffy. Fascinating. Honestly, my favorite designer fragrance is Lancôme Poème. It just doesn't get any better than that. Now, I've smelled that, I'm sure I have, but I can't remember it. But it's that type of fragrance, isn't it? You know? You'd think like, oh, like you're an arch collector of fragrances, you know? Like, you know your stuff, and you do know your stuff as well. But there is nothing better than like those fragrances that you've known for years, and you'll just always love them. They're not made with like the greatest ingredients. They're not top of the like, I don't want to say top of the pops. They're not like top of the tree. They're not like the best of the best of the best, but you'll always love them more than like almost all your other perfumes. I feel like that way about like Roadster and Pavarotti. You know, I know they're not the best fragrances ever. It's not what I'm saying. I just fucking love them. The mint. Balenciaga pour on. That I totally love that. It's one of my favourite fragrances ever, and it is also the best fragrance ever. Of that, I shall not be shifted. Lol. Taffy, Shiva, agree. Demaché equal Dior perfume house destroyer. He certainly shot the bed like he's Amber Hearded into Dior. There'll be there'll be lawsuits and stuff, and like the head of like Dior will come out and say, yes, Mr. Demaché shot the bed as far as creating Dior perfumes is concerned. The dog in your thumbnail looks weird. I'm not surprised, James. It's a llama. Don't be alarmed. You can risk talking football, Rich. You're on 15 viewers. Well, I mean, the World Cup's on. The World Cup's for everyone. America is qualified. So all the Americans can, like, pretend to know what it is for, like, 4 weeks in November. It's like me when the Super Bowl's on. I'm like, yeah, I know what American football is. Of course I do. Wait a minute, they're throwing it forwards. How can they do that? The dog in your thumbnail looks weird still. I'm getting off my train. I'll come back if you're still talking. Oh, he's threatening us. You're all witnesses. Demaché created the best-selling fragrance in the world, and it's not even for women. I'm sure Dior was very satisfied with him. Absolutely no doubt. Absolutely no doubt, Fosco. You're absolutely spot on. But I don't have to like it. You know? It's just, I mean, to be fair, he did Amber and Away in Leather Rude, you know, and Fahrenheit Absolute. It's not as if he didn't do anything good. It's just, I mean, the later stuff was absolute dross, like, you know, all those Dior Privés after, like, Patchouli Imperial was shocking. After Queer Canage, after Patchouli Imperial, after, well, I think that's about it, really. After those, they were crap, you know? All those vanilla ones, rubbish. I liked Oud Rosewood, but the synthetic oud they used, it just leaves us feeling cold, you know? Just leaves us feeling like, I can't get attached to it. It's just dark, smoky woods, you know? Just a bit shit. No, Margie, don't let these boys poison you. Make up your own mind. Fev Deliciously. Nah, I've got a bottle of Fev Delicious, to be fair. A big one, but I got it half price, like, so. Jura, my lemon will be nice and crispy. Don't worry about worried about me rhubarb's juiciness, though. Yikes. Which one, Fosco? I'm out the loop on Demaché, so just curious. Sausage. Well, yeah, it was sausage, yeah. Holy peony. Joke sausage it is. Someone is selling an OGO Noir cologne on eBay right now. Buy. Just buy it. How much do they want for it? Just buy it. Absolutely mental. Somebody was selling one on British eBay about 6 months ago, and I was talking to them, and one day, right, the fucking listing was gone. They'd sold it, the bastards. Scandalous. Shithawks. Couldn't believe it. Does anybody here go through with their entire collection on a regular basis? Not my entire collection, but like some of my collection, yeah. Whichever one's to hand. I keep finding strange bottles. Maybe Jonathan's just like slipping them in, you know? He's just like slipping in a new bottle and stuff like that. Holy moly, Fosco. Probably astronomically priced. I would like to know what price this is, Galen. I won't lie. Lol, got you, Taffy, Hillary, Yala, hello, Bob, John. Cartier tank watch is very popular. I want a Santos. If I got a Santos, I'd grow a handlebar moustache. and I'd start wearing like open shirts. I'd just fully go for it, like aviators. Fucking right. Fake tan, maybe. Start looking like a toasted Brazilian footballer from the 70s. Agreed, Rich. They deserve a spot in the collection. What are you talking about there, Margie? Yes, Pradeep the Tank is a classic. Leave a retired man alone. While we are at Balenciaga, they are making some crazy and unique boots right now. Really expensive, though. I think I've seen them, you know. I think you might not know who this is, but there's a footballer called Calvin Phillips, and he was wearing some Balenciaga shoes, and they had fucking, like, do you know those Russian hats? The really warm ones that keep your ears warm as well. They've got ear flaps. Like, I'm sure they had those ear flaps on the shoes. It was crazy. Did you just use Amber Heard as a verb? Possibly. Wait a minute. Llama as in llama is same as alpaca. I don't know. Yes. Ish. I think so. Where's Mr. Harness? Michael Harness was here. He'd be able to tell me. I just had a shave and chucked on Pinot Silvestre Black Musk aftershave. Not the best, but it's nostalgic. Yeah, there's nothing better. It's what some of the best experience you can have with fragrance is the nostalgia aspect. You know, when I smell them all, it smells like the late 90s to me. It's like one of the first fragrances that I remember being. It was like it was a high school banger. Hugo Boss bottled, absolute star. Polo Sport. Polo Sport for me is like the scent of like my youth. What a fragrance that was, because it's fresh as fuck. It's fresh, right? But it's also absolutely nuclear. It's unbelievable. Olivia Pauls with 4 kids, so Chanel should be safe during. Probably similar but different animals. I like Spice Blend a lot. Spice Blend was all right. I didn't love it, but I liked it. Queer Canage was the last good one. I'm inclined to agree. Like, I still love Oud Ispahan a lot. Grown on me so much. I'll tell you, the new Oud Ispahans are crap. I really don't like the new, because they all use the same oud. And it's like this synthetic oud that they've obviously come up with, or they've been sold or something. The purple oud rosewood, leather oud, and Oud Ispahan have all got the same oud. And now I know that's going to sound like, well, of course they've all got the same oud in, like that all oud's made by the same house, but they could have mixed it up a bit. They could have changed the oud profile a bit, you know? Are there any good synthetic notes? Probably yes. If I think of any, I'll come back to you, mate. Well, Americans have a champion world-class female soccer team and they still don't know shit about the sport, lol. It's getting better. There's Jesse Marsh is a Premier League manager now, and he's very highly thought of, especially in Germany, and they know how to produce a coach. So we'll wait to see what Jesse Marsh does. And I'm about to say something here that is very strange, but there's a little bit of like British football fans, right, look down a little bit on American players and managers because it's simply because of the accent. It's nothing else, right? It's just because of the accent, and it's not right and it's not fair, because less so the players, but the managers. People like laughing at Jesse Marsh because of his accent. People saying he's like Ted Lasso, and it's not fair because he is very well thought of. But that's just how people are, isn't it? You know what I mean? They're selling it now since the market value is going to drop once it's re-released. That's not a bad shout. But it is the original. Like, you can't take away. I mean, the cologne's like the original. I just bought. Well, I just got a backup off Bob of the 2014, 2013 version. That's not the original. That's like the reformulation. That's still brilliant though. This is the thing with reformulation. Excuse me. Reformulation, it depends. It depends a lot on which one you smelled first, I think. Like, I've bought like reformulations and always thought like the like Linstont by Guerlain. Linstont eau de parfum in the Listerine bottle, I think, is better than the original Lidge. Very interesting. Like, I think it's just a very strange phenomenon, I think. Very strange phenomenon. But buy what you like and be happy. It's just, if I've got the choice and I can, I'm going for the original. And the reason I'm going for the original, the vintage, right, is because I think it's closer. Well, I mean, it's not closer. It is what the perfumer made. Reformulations, right, aren't what the original perfume was and what the original perfume's idea was. So, and I hear like Ramsey saying like you must go for the vintage. I get it. In fact, I don't just get it. I agree with it. If you can, you should, because, and I do. So like I follow up on my own advice. But I think there is definitely a case where if you smell the second formulation or the third formulation of Fahrenheit, right, and you like it, you love it, you fall in love with it, right? There is every chance you're going to smell the original and think, fuck, I don't like that as much as I like my bottle. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. You crack on and be happy. Whatever makes you happy. I want to smell queer comage off a woman's skin. Yes. Rachel Proddy. Haha, I guess I'll be rooting for nepotism. It's at $150 right now. Is there a buy it now? Galen. That's cheap as chips, that, man. I've been rotating weekly. Is that what you do, Rich? I don't know how you mean rotating weekly. Can you explain that? Weekly rotation. If you make videos about your weekly rotation, what my rotation videos are basically the fragrances I've worn that week, and I try not to repeat any in the same week. So if I wear a different fragrance Monday through Sunday, I try not to wear the same fragrance more than once a week. And I never, as a hard rule, I'd never wear the same fragrance twice, 2 days in a row. So maybe one day there'll be a time when I wear Pavarotti on Monday and then I wear Pavarotti on Thursday. But I won't wear Pavarotti Monday and Tuesday, if that makes sense. Yeah, Galen, you've got to tell her what to buy it now is. Classic designers, even though not always the best quality, deserve a spot in the collection. Absolutely. I think that sometimes they are the best. Like, classic designers are better than most modern niche. Like, I like pulling out unvisited bottles in the evening sometimes and giving them a try. Yes, I do that. I can end up wearing several at once. Mad but fun. Yeah, what I do is, right, is usually I have a scent of the day and then stuff I want to test, right? Stuff I want to test is I put it on the back of my hands or and on my forearms as well. Just to smell them. Apologize for kids, lol. So Demarche is the J.J. Abrams of perfumery. I'm not entirely sure what that reference is. Rich, no one else beside you has smelled the OG Isfahan. I'm sure they have. Just get Oud Palau. Oud Palau is what Oud Isfahan used to be. And that's a synthetic oud. And a synthetic rose, probably. I see it says, Mike, 6 days left, but there is no cap and the sprayer isn't original. There's another listing at 850 USD. Ouch. Fucking keep that, mate. 850. I'm trying to convince myself to buy a bottle of the night. Drawn by sense. Good reminder. I should do the same. You can test more that way too. No box either, and the colour looks off compared to the other list, and though it could be the lighting. Ooh, that is so interesting, Rich. What is? Hi, Peter. Welcome, Peter. I often wonder how my American accent sounds to people in the UK. I don't know. I think the fact, like, as your American accent, right? People will find it charming and funny and nice and cute. Um, it's when like an Americans talk, like, because football's like a religion in this country. It's very strange. It's very tribal. Like, Britain's always been a tribal country. It goes back thousands of years. It's just the way we are. Um, unless we're attacked from the outside, and then we're fucking all gang up on them. Um, but Americans are like well liked and like all that sort of thing in this country as like people. You'll never like, you won't get any stick or anything. Nobody will be like nasty, but it's like when there's like an American in like the national sport, and it's not, the thing with America is like football. Our football isn't your national sport, so it's like, oh, what do the Americans know about this? Do you know what I mean? Like, football's like the national sport of Mexico, and it's the national sport of Argentina and Brazil and Chile. And like the French love it. The French have like won World Cups, like Italy, like Europe, and all of that sort of thing. Large parts of Africa. It's a much bigger thing in East Asia now as well. It's just that I think part of the thing is that we recognize that Americans aren't as keen on it. So when an American pops up, it's like, oh, they have to work twice as hard to get the same amount of respect. Do you know what I mean? It's strange. I don't think the timing of Ted Lasso has helped Jesse Marsh, to be fair, but he knows what he's doing. He kept Leeds up. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Margie. Hey, Peter. My bro. Besenza off base notes is the authority on OG Isfahan. What does he say about it? The worst reformulations for me were Ensemble Mythique and Songe from Guerlain. Pretty much everyone else thinks they smell the same. I get huge differences. What differences do you get? I almost bought Heritage EDT in the Listerine bottle, but I'm not sure how this reformulation holds. Oh, I don't know. I can't see. I haven't smelled the new ones, to be honest. And maybe what the original perfumer made, but still variables in how you first smell it and after it's aged. Yeah, I've got to be honest. I think I've been I know I've been really lucky. I know I've been really, really lucky with the reformulations and the vintage bottles that I've got. I've done really well. I hear horror stories from other people and stuff like that about top notes going and perfumes going off. But I've got to be honest, I've been really fortunate. Nearly all my vintages are in perfect and like, not perfect condition, but you know what I mean. But they're in top condition. Caught you on my lunch break. Welcome, Josiah. Heritage is worth it. I have 3 bottles, including the Listerine. Wow. And skin brace. I know that's nostalgic. Smells like shit. Floral notes. Good point. Shiva Marine. I think Margie rotates hourly. She is on a mission. Guerlains do good reformulations. Usually, yeah. Because they've got an in-house perfumer. Only offered for auction, no buy it now. Nightmare. Paroli, I think the Listerine Heritage is a great reform. Lol Bob, in-house perfumers, yeah. I need to find some old Dior Poison. If it smells anything like a Ketos, I'm very keen. Try a Nouge or try Le Parfumier. I've bought Poison off both of those before for Audrey Jane, I think. Thanks, Gail, and I saw Margie on a mission. I'll keep an eye on it. Lego East. My skin's just about recovered from the bite of Pinot Black Musk. I don't like eBay auctions, though. Well, I mean, no one likes eBay auctions, to be fair. Ooh, Palau is in my top 10 at the moment. Struggle to wear Oud Palau sometimes. It's so loud. It's so huge. I have some Balenciaga boots this year, Evergreen. They are fab, at least until the rappers got a hold of them, which made them trend over just a distinct design. Someone always comes in at the last second. Yeah, bastards. My 2014 Oud Isfahan Mini is 10 out of 10 thermonuclear, by the way. Love their bulldozer boots, so badass looking. It's easy to do American accents because the media is distributed all over the world. That's true. Basically saturated because America doesn't really get other entertainment from other countries. That's true as well. I like the sound of all these boots. Google them. Margie, I didn't know you started a channel. Just subbed. Had a channel for a long time. Female American accent. If they sound like Meg Ryan in that scene when How You Met Sari, we'd love that. Some of the best British and Scottish billiard stars live in the USA but represent European countries in World Cup. Piss me right off. Yeah, you would like to think that the best of our country would take on the best of your country in like international. And I don't just mean like between Britain and America. I mean like say if like Britain's playing France, you know, or if like France is playing Austria or like fucking China is playing Kazakhstan or fucking like Nigeria's playing Scotland, you know? You would like to think like the best of like one country in like, because then it's a clash of styles, isn't it? It's like boxers. My weekly rotation is kind of messy. No set schedule or rules, but at least once a week I do a sweep through what I have on my desk and swap them out for bottles I have in storage. That's not the rotation I do. So I've got all my perfumes in the bureau and I just pick them each day, one from all the perfumes that are available. I've got two rotations. One is in autumn and winter, and one is in spring and summer. And at the minute, I'm in spring and summer. And I just pick one fragrance from my spring summer rotation every day. My weekly rotation. Agreed. I struggle with Pittsburgh and Baltimore accents, though. Also, Americans have these crazy sports like football and baseball where we declare World Series, yet to marketing technique that in it, but only allow American teams to play. They have a bad taste. The thing is, America's the size of a continent. It just hasn't like it's not like Europe, which has like developed like individual cultures, you know, like in all of its own states and stuff like that. There's a lot of empty space in America. Excuse me whilst I hydrate massively. Don't tread on me, Boots. Good evening, Manly Sense. How are you? Good evening, Dino Baggio. Football is the best sport in the world, agreed, but I feel that the rules they keep adding isn't good. Yeah, it's turned into F1, isn't it? It's like new rules every single year. It's like, just stop, you know? And there's genius in simplicity. Thank you for subscribing, Christy. I am trying to find some time to film more videos, hopefully soon. I saw a Derby Eagle bottle for €100 by it. The bloke said that it smells old. Someone bought it blind as I was chatting with him. Bastards. Well, maybe if Americans respected the sport of soccer, then American soccer professionals would be respected. Well, quite. I don't know. I just think it's fucking. What the fucking hell's going on? Oh, my mum's having a fire. Jesus Christ! My bedroom just, my bedroom just lit up orange, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" I thought an alien was landing or something like that. I was going to call Peter. Good lord! Just lit that late. It's bloody 20 to 10 at night. Oh, right. Give us a second. I still need to catch up with the Hoojars comments. I'm going to take my tablet That should be nice. My mum's burning all the boxes I had in my bedroom from all the packages of perfume I've received over the last few months. I'm trying to consolidate some mess, you know. Oh dear. Okay. Very funny, I go east. Fosco, I couldn't agree more. Huge differences between Sange and Bois Mysterio. I'll take Sange all day, every day. I look forward to your videos. Upcoming. Marty, subscribing to what? Do you have a channel? Do tell. Jonathan 1970, there's no way that girl will increase the volume and lower the price while keeping the same quality. Steady Rich, unless you want 13 in the chat again. That's right. Rich, when you order from America or Canada, do you go for surface shipping? Is it less risky than air? Less likely to be seized by customs? Depends, drawn by sense. Depends who you're ordering from. I always go for air because I ain't waiting months for a perfume. Fuck that. I'm paying. Oh. So I'm getting a haul from a Nuge, right? And the fucking shipping's going to be 300 quid. Oh. The best part of 300 quid. Lol. Aliens. Would you go with them, Rich? Would I go with the aliens? I don't know. As long as they brought us back and didn't stick anything up my arse. Yes, I have a little channel. It's just Margie Louise. It's just the channel you're talking from right now, isn't it? The aliens abducted the duck. Abducted. Very good. I feel like since VAR, there's more mistakes than ever. It's just a pain in the fucking arse, man. It stops people from celebrating and all, you know. It's just because they go back over every goal and it's just like, oh, what the hell, man. Agreed, Jonathan, but I can't stomach the newer Ensemble. I think I've got 3 bottles of that. I love it. The older one was buttery and rich. The new one is so soapy. Northern Lights rich? Kind of. They're just caught by my mother burning some boxes. Margie, I'll find it. Thank you, Rachel. Hey, Rich. You tried the Maggi Noir? No, actually. That's a good point. I need to try that. I need to get back onto that one. Take us to your Balenciaga. What sport produces the best athletes? Would you say gymnastics? Well, it depends how you define athlete, doesn't it? But yeah, probably gymnastics. Gotta say some of the shit they can do. Like, I'll tell you something that produces really world-class athletes as well, like wrestling, not professional wrestling, not like WWE, but like proper wrestling. Some of those fuckers are fucking like high-end, like mental fucking stuff, you know? You get a gold medal in like the Olympics at wrestling, you are truly like worthy because it's huge in other parts of the world. Like Greco-Roman wrestling and stuff like that's huge, you know? People like Kurt Angle and the Iron Sheik. Really like quality like athletes and stuff like that. You look at the Iron Sheik, like the shape he used to be in when he was younger, swinging those Persian meals around, you know? Crazy. My videos are a little older, but I have one new one. Fosco on that, we agreed totally. I have the older ensembles, I'm thinking and not trade it for the world. I wouldn't mind smelling that now. Used to, I'm making it envious. Love Maggi Noir. Not gymnastics, I would say gymnastics with short career. They do have short careers, but when they are like active, they're incredible. Tennis as well. Tennis is really good. Yes, in red. What year would you be considering vintage Ensembles Mythique? It's just in the older bottle. The original bottle. I would say tennis. Aha. She could change her channel name to that. Margie Noir. Yes, that's right. Paroli, the older bottle, was tall and slender before it was moved into the Absolute D'Orient. That's right. I'll send you a picture if you want, Paroli. Roger Noir, don't know how it doesn't get more attention. I bet gymnasts wear some jam while performing. Haha, Miss Christie. The Iron Sheik was an Olympic wrestler. Yes, he was. Not only was he an Olympic wrestler, he won a gold medal for what used to be Persia. It's Iran. The bottle style is all you need to sort out. Yeah, well, that shows how hard it is because you have to be in peak condition and then you have a short career in wrestling, a good one. I've seen it, the matches they have. What about decathlon athletes? Yes. Lancome hides it behind the counter. It's a criminal. Oh my God, had an ex who did Greco-Roman wrestling. The mental discipline, abuse in that sport is extreme. Yeah, it's crazy. You ever seen Foxcatcher? The one that Steve Carell was nominated for an Oscar for. He should have won the Oscar as well because it was fucking incredible. I had absolutely no idea that he had that kind of fucking performance in him. Never liked Steve Carell and like all the comedy stuff that he did. But when I saw Foxcatcher, I did like a 180-degree turn. Absolutely brilliant in that film. It's about John DuPont. Ah, I see. I never tried that version. I have the Absolute D'Orient version. I do love it. It is rumored the Iron Sheik was a part of the bodyguard unit for the Shah of Iran. Ooh. NFL D lineman. The Eagles gave a 340-pounder who runs 4.6 40-yard dash. None of that made any sense to me whatsoever. Sorry, Fosco. I'm going to grab that name now, maybe. Amateur wrestling, crazy amount of matches, constant cutting weight. It's the muscles that they've got to develop. They're not like normal, like biceps. I mean, you've got to have strong biceps, triceps, shoulders, and core and all of that. But it's like your wings. You know, those muscles that go from the back of your shoulders down towards like over the back of your ribs. Like you've got to be able to develop those, and it's not easy, you know. Um, and it's about like your balance, and it's about manipulation, and it's about mental strength as well. Rachel was right. Like you've got to be like mentally tough to get through it. Excuse me. Trapezius, that's right. Oh yeah, maintaining weight as a wrestling athlete can be brutal too. 340-pound 4640. Not possible, says Bob. Yeah. Ah. What time are we on? I'm not staying on all night. I'll stay on for another 15 minutes. Scent of the night, Les Copains Homme. Very similar to vintage Yatagan, but slightly fresher. Not found on Fragrantica. Base notes of Parfuma. Bob, look at Jordan Davies from Georgia. Georgia. I was watching Ramsey's video before, and he was talking about Lamal and how Lamal used to be called Lamarck. I thought that was quite funny. Yes, I am satisfied with that decision, says Christy. The Iron Sheik, is that back in the Andre the Giant days? I remember, yes. Harley Race, the Iron Sheik, Andre the Giant, Junkyard Dog. Outrageous quickness, O-liners. Manly, how you liking it? Sorry for my ignorance. The Platinum Jubilee weekend is coming up. No, it is. We're getting Thursday and Friday off. And so we're having a 4-day weekend. Excuse me. They moved the bank holiday from today to Thursday so that people could have a 4-day weekend. Brock Lesnar is a freak athlete. Yeah. I will never, ever, 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 ever forget that WrestleMania where he did a shooting star press onto fucking Kurt Angle and landed on his fucking head. That haunts me to this day, that. Jesus. But the thing is, with Brock Lesnar, you've got to remember as well is that he's like a natural athlete as well. And then he's worked on it, you know? A long weekend, that's nice. God save the Queen, eh, Bob? How much you like Le Copain Home, depending on how much you like Yattigan. Can be redundant to have both. Lol, love the live stream and the dark perfume. I can't watch it yet. Oh, fuck. Wrestlers are the most underrated athletes going and off, put through their body through some shit. Do you mean professional wrestlers? Because that shit, I wouldn't be a professional wrestler. I used to want to be when I was a kid, you know, like watching it and stuff. But now knowing what I know now, if I knew like knowing what I know now, there's absolutely no way I'd be a wrestler. Fuck that. He got a concussion from that, right? If he was lucky, he got away with a concussion. If he did, could have snapped his fucking neck. Margie After Dark, Margie Extra. Great name, Margie. You could slowly transition to it like Sebastian did with the perfume guy. I just still don't like the perfume guy. It dumbs him down. It dumbs him down. But there we are. He's trademarked it, you know. He's fucking trademarked it. Good info, thanks. To go along with what you were saying about reformulations, the first house you buy a good bottle from, we tend to highly favour. I smell Bois de Portugal Saturday. Yeah, I love Bois de Portugal. Have you also tried Trend by Le Copain? Watch Henry Cejudo in the UFC when fighters try to tear him down. The speed he sprawls is next level. No wonder he got gold in the Olympics. Yeah, don't try and wrestle a proper wrestler. Margie Noir Extra. Totally right. Genetics only get you so far. That's right. If I smelled Bois de Portugal earlier in life, I would have been a Creed fanboy easily. Never heard of that one. Do you know how are we doing with your friend, the perfume thief? Manly, it's nothing special anyway. Sebastian's old channel name was way too long, though. Yes. Lesnar is a genetic freak. He wants to be dumbed down to compete with Jezza. I don't like the perfume guy either. I can't do it. Yeah, it's not. It's not for me. Yeah, thought of Sebastian's old channel name as LMNOP. put the bait down 2 days ago, waiting to hear to take it. These videos give you anxiety. I wonder if Sebastian smokes. Because sometimes he doesn't half look fucking stoned as fuck. Now, I don't know that he is stoned as fuck. He just, sometimes he looks like it. Teach her a lesson, Dino. Get a tilt. I don't know what I'm going to wear tomorrow. I've got a lot of perfumes coming in soon, though. Got a couple of special ones as well that I want to show you. And they are going to be interesting. Very interesting. Haha, Rich. He does. He looks baked as fuck sometimes, doesn't he? It's outrageous, really. I'm not sure I could function if I was that stoned. You know? Which perfume is the bait? Watch Sebastian's chocolate cakey patchouli scents video. I swear you won't get the title out of your head for days. Oh no. Oh no. He did a Zerzhov video earlier today, didn't he? And I was like, boo. I saw it come up and I was like, boo. Shite. Which always makes me laugh. The perfume guy has a crazy collection, though, doesn't he? He does have a crazy collection. He used to sell loads of decants, though. So whenever you see him with like a half-empty bottle, know that he sold plenty of it. You know, he had a decant business. Could be medicating his anxiety with weed. I mean, I always thought that weed would make your anxiety worse. You know? I always thought that was the case, but I don't know. But you could be right. Depends on the strain, Rich. No, I agree. No, I agree. You see, in this country, it's still illegal, like, so you don't know what you're getting. You're just happy to get what you get. You know, your bloke doesn't rock up in his car, and you're like, oh, can I have like a little bit of this and a little bit of that? It's like, yeah, do you want this weed or not? You know what I mean? Are you taking the piss? Just fucking buy it. It says chocolate cakey 50 plus times. Oh no. Maybe he was baked and he wanted some chocolate cake. Are you a fan of rugby? I used to play rugby. Depends on the strain. No, I know. Yeah, surely smoking weed doesn't help anxiety. I imagine it wouldn't have helped me if I was anxious. I used to smoke weed. Don't anymore. Well, not really. I mean, it's the same with drinking. Like, I'm not against it or anything like that. And like, if I ever felt like smoking it, I would smoke it. You know what I mean? I just don't. In high school, I probably did the cheapest whatever my friends got. Made me paranoid. Yeah. Some people, though, are like predisposed to that. You know, like if it's not for you, and I mean like mentally or genetically or physically or whatever, if it's not for you, then you're not gonna have a good time on it. Doesn't matter what you smoke, you know. I haven't done it since there's floor notes. Yeah, exactly. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Not always. Helps me a lot. Just have to take care of your priorities first. No, I know what you're saying. Any opinions on the podcast On the Scent by Nicolas Bon? Never heard of it. First time I've ever heard of it. Apparently there is something called the Cologne podcast as well. I hope it's not the Max 40 one. Good Lord. Rachel, I haven't heard of it. Margie, I think it's British. Ray Sebastian, not as bad as the white suited one on Bishop up her. Nice sound, Sebastian. I think Sebastian's sound. I don't give Sebastian sticks. Like Sebastian's he's truly committed. Like, do you know what I mean? He loves these fragrances. I don't doubt that. Excuse me, that itches. Nobody's as bad as Gemma. As Gemma? Jezza. I think it depends on the person, how it will affect them. Yeah, I agree with that, yeah. Stephen Tampman, why are you not like Max 40? I think he's fake. I think he's conceited. I think he tells lies. I think not only does he tell lies, I think he doesn't tell the whole truth. He is one of the first people to come up with like a rates sheet where he charges rates for brands to say nice things about them, whether he thinks they're good or not. He's bought subscribers, he's bought views, he's bought likes. I just generally think he's a cynical, nasty, subversive person. Do the British like tequila? I don't know. You should ask them. Well, check out that podcast, Rachel. UK weed, as Rich would say, is shite. Not yet. I purchased CL samples with a couple of days ago. Looking forward to them. Taffy, I haven't heard of it. Just recommended to me by a stranger, wondering if my friends had heard of it. Awesome. I really want to try silver. Ina silver. With research and cultivating marijuana for medicinal purposes, the marijuana must be very different these days. Yes. Max 40 once contacted me to buy a rare bottle I have for its original low retail price. Yeah, that's the type of thing he would do. You know? Max 40 strikes me as the type of person who's got no friends, but he's got lots of acquaintances. Fosco, have you tried them, yeah? Only film noir and it's amazing. I don't know what that means. Made the mistake of mishitting Ramsey's like button, hit the hashtag just above it. My screen filled up with a spinning jizzer, spraying fucking blood of Chanel all over the place. Oh dear. But he's harmless, though, right? Never watched him. Who are you talking about? Fosco cool. Agave note is nice. If Rich doesn't like him, I don't like him. I kind of got the same vibe, but never paid too much attention to him. Max 40's collabs with Persolays was such a funny contrast. That is you're being very kind by putting it that way. I agree with you. It is a funny contrast. How different and Strange. I didn't watch those videos. I don't watch any videos Max 40 in. Nothing he does is natural. Everything he does is affected, not effected. It just doesn't. It doesn't come across like he's not very genuine. Yeah. Seems like a salesperson when I've watched him in the past. Yeah. Yeah. There's always an angle to something. You can't take him at. Seems like it's. Oh, I've already read that. Bloody hell. Almost bought first Formula Azzaro pour on from 40. Yikes. Wow. But backed out after trying the modern. I don't really like Azzaro. I wore my Azzaro pour on the other day. It was fucking glorious. I fucking love that stuff. Too masochistic to watch, Max. Is it in bad faith or is he just like socially awkward or both? Maybe it is. Maybe he is socially awkward. Maybe it's hard to tell. I'm saying all this. It's hard to tell what people are like. It's hard to tell what people are like over videos and stuff like that, but it's not just the way that he like bad for, like you're saying, it's not just like the way that he is, it's the things he's done as well. You hear stuff about him like off like live YouTube videos, which I'm not going to discuss. I've heard other people who have like dealt with him talk to him before, the stuff about having rate cards and stuff like that, and him not being upfront about certain things. I think he really wants to be liked, but whether that's because he wants to be liked because he could use it, or whether that's because he wants to be liked because he's never been liked before, I don't know. I do not know. So you might very well have a point for Skull, Matt. He might just be very socially awkward. Well, Sebastian does live in San Fran. Why not be stoned? Yeah, he's not doing anything wrong. And he loves the word animalic religiously. Manly Sense says, I like Reeve Ghosh. I like Azzaro, but would be redundant to buy it now that I have others so similar to it. Even Reeve Ghosh is close-ish. San Francisco, get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Oh, dear. What time is it? How long have I been on? Ooh. He uses gooey way too often as well. Yeah. I prefer him to say animalic than gooey. Gooey's a weird word. Someone on Facebook said Max is a wife beater and went to jail for it in 2012. Where do people get this info? I don't know, man, but they want to be careful saying shit like that because you can get sued for shit like that. In America, especially. And Max does strike you as the type to sue. Also, if that's not true, it's a fucking horrible rumor to start, like, you know? It's not good saying stuff like that unless you know it. You know? And that's the problem with the internet. Just anybody can say fucking anything at any point. Anyway, I'm going home. What the hell? I'm staying at home. But I am going to have to leave you because my voice is croaky. 2 more comments have come in. Defamatory stat stuff. Yeah, it's bad. Like I wouldn't say that he was I wouldn't say he was a wife beater. Unless I knew that he was. They'll get Johnny Depp if they're not careful. Sebastian uses way too many question marks like, this perfume? It's animalic? I think that's the San Francisco way, isn't it? That's like that's their way of like talking. Very, very good though. Do I like it? Really, really don't know. Do I? It is, but it isn't, but it is. He does a lot of that as well, doesn't he? Bless him. But I do like Sebastian, actually. I think Sebastian's genuinely. Right. Welcome to Max Blends. Get to the chopper. Thank you, everybody. I am going now. I will see you all again soon. Goodbye. Celia, what are you doing?